It depends on who you're venting to. It depends on the nature of your relationship with that person at work, right?
Welcome back, folks. It's episode 127. It's about payroll. 38 for it's about your paycheck. It's about your paycheck. And yeah, folks, it's a season in review. We are at the end of season 10, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And before we get into all the good details, what is good?
Man, happy Monday to you. Hope
Happy
all's well.
Monday.
Man, I'm
Yeah.
good.
You good?
No complaints, man. We're in
Good stuff.
the home stretch of the year.
Oh my gosh.
Christmas,
Q4.
Q4,
Q4
where all
at
the
the
exciting,
doors.
where all the action happens.
Oh my gosh. I can't even, man.
Yeah,
Ooh,
like going on, like year
it's a lot
end,
going on.
implementations, everything that's going
Yep.
on, a lot of moving
All at the
parts.
same time.
Yep,
Yep.
all at the same time. This is where we payroll pros and HR pros make the magic happen.
Yeah. This is where they say where you earn your pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm all right. We're in South Florida right now, so unfortunately there is a pending looming Category 5 Milton storm coming. Yeah, we're just trying to make sure that we're paying attention, we're preparing properly, trying to stay safe as best as we can and do what we got to do. But and God bless everybody in the path. Hopefully it just dies down to a storm, rainstorm, and then nobody gets impacted. We just had a big storm last week. Folks got impacted and
Yep.
people lost homes and displaced and whatnot. So it's crazy, man. I just God bless everybody that was impacted. God bless everybody in the path.
Yeah.
Like, just be prepared. Do what you got to do. So just dealing with that, man. Folks always get, oh, why don't you evacuate? I'm like, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
It's easier said than done because,
To pick up a
yeah,
move thing. For some people, it's
yeah,
not, man. Yeah.
it's not that easy. Like right now, we would have to leave now driving just to get out in
Mhm.
time. Right? It's not supposed to hit till Wednesday morning. This is now, yeah, Wednesday morning is when it's Monday night right now. We would need to leave right now because it takes 7 hours to get out of Florida from where we're at. And with all the traffic that's inevitably we're going to run into because I'm sure people are
We're
leaving.
gonna evacuate it. Yeah, million evacuated.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's flights of ridiculous. Like,
Mhm.
it's crazy. What we have on our side is that I'm in the middle of the state ish.
Mhm.
I'm closer to the Everglades than I am the coast. Hopefully, um, you know, that I'm out of the worst of it all, and
Yeah.
hopefully nobody gets the worst of it. That's about it, man. That's about it.
Yeah, definitely sending up prayers to everybody that's in the path, like you said. God bless everybody, and hopefully keep
Yeah,
everybody safe, man. It's like it's been years. There were two storms back in the day that this kind of happened, like within a week or so,
that's
where
crazy.
two storms hit back to back like this in the same area. So yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. Yeah, how powerful these storms are each time.
Yep.
They hit. It's like category 4, category 3, category 5. So it's been crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The last week's, did you guys get hit by that at all with like rain
Yeah.
and wind or whatever?
We got a lot of rain. There was a lot of flooding in parts of
Yeah.
even in my neighborhood. Luckily, the part of my neighborhood that I live on the hill.
High. Oh, I was gonna say because there's nothing but hills and valleys over there, so
Yeah.
that people getting flooded for sure.
My apartment building is on the hill. And
Thank God.
so we went down to drive after the storm was over, man, and people lost their cars. Some of their cars are underwater a little bit. Like it was crazy, bro. You were just like,
Damn.
ooh, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's tough, man. It's tough. So God bless everybody.
Yep.
Yeah. So we are again season in review, folks. We like
Mhm.
to just recap what we did this season, and
Mhm.
I always say this is a cool cheat, right? Like if you listen to the season review, you get and if you missed the season or if you're joining us now, we give a recap of what we covered and what our favorites were during the season,
Yep.
and maybe a little sneak peek as to what we're doing next season.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think our biggest that can we start off? Oh, what we got to do here?
No, we got to pay some bills first, but then I do
You
have
pay
an
the bills?
article. I do have,
No, we'll do the article first, and then we can pay
okay.
bills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just a quick article on PAYORG.
Okay.
They announced that a member of PayOrg, Christine Wilson, she's a CPP certified. She's been selected to serve on the IRS's Electronic Tax Administration Advisory Committee.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, she's going to serve for 3 years beginning
Wow.
on this month. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, I think that was in September. So correct me if I'm wrong, Christine, if you're listening. But she's currently a global director of global payroll at TalkDesk, which is a full
Nice.
remote organization based in Washington. So just
Oh,
wanted to
dope.
shout her out. It's
No
great. It's
doubt.
good to see some payroll folks out there getting
Yeah.
their accolades and getting these certain type of opportunities,
Opportunities, yes.
given to them and granted to them and stuff. So I just wanted to shout her out. I thought it was a good article by PayOrg, and just wanted to shout that
That's
out.
great. No, and I think it's awesome that you did, because for payroll, for employees, they might say, why do we care? The reason that it's important for employees is to have a payroll advocate or a payroll professional on these type of boards. You get to have like an employee advocate, so to speak, impacting the decisions that the IRS is making, because they don't really get, they're out there making policies, and no disrespect to them, but they're making policies and they're making things and they're doing things. They don't know how it really rolls out to someone's paycheck.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When a payroll professional gets these seats on these boards, it really helps them guide their decision making. And so maybe she can impact some things that will help our paycheck, help it be easier on us. And then on the payroll professional side, it helps make the payroll pros' jobs a little easier, because again, she's telling you from firsthand, she's telling the IRS, this is what we deal with. This is what we deal with. Hey, that may impact this XYZ, and the ripple effects that they don't think about, right?
Exactly, especially with her experience, right? Like she's currently the director of global payroll.
Yep.
Your current company, right? So
Yep.
all the experience, all the exposure she's had with different taxes in different regions of the world and areas of the world. So she might be able to really go in here and help when it comes to all the points that you mentioned, right? Like from a business standpoint and employer and an employee standpoint, really go in here and advocate for the middle class or for those blue collar workers and stuff or whatever. I think it's great. I think it's a great opportunity, and I'm excited for him. Yep.
It's awesome. Congratulations. Word up. That's dope. That's dope. All right, let's pay some bills, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to TimeTrakGO. TimeTrakGO has introduced an innovative new feature designed to simplify time tracking for both exempt and non-exempt employees. This feature aligns with the recent changes in the Fair Labor Standards Act for salaried employees.
40-hour work weeks and accurately determining overtime when necessary. TimeTrakGO ensures precise employee time while maintaining accurate PTO balances. Additionally, the system can identify instances where non-exempt employees may not have reached that 40-hour threshold. More, please contact TimeTrakGO at 888-321-9922 or visit www.timetrakgo.com. That's TimeTrakGo.com. Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Yeah, I love season in reviews, because I think it's really cool to talk about what we did this season, talk about where we're going next season. Folks could easily jump back on things and, oh, wow, yeah, I missed that in the season. Go check it out. So our first question is, what was your favorite thing about this season 10, both shows, season 10 for IAP and season 4 for IAYP? It's about payroll. It's about your paycheck. Why don't you go first, Will?
So for me, it was those parts that we spoke to, the employee impact, which is also the purpose of why we created It's About Your Paycheck. But talking about the rent. What do I do if I pay my rent?
Yeah.
And what can I do if I can't pay my rent?
That was a good one, by the way.
You know what I'm saying? Like the workplace bullies episode was another good one that I talked about that a lot of people don't really talk about, right? Like a lot of people don't really discuss those things. Because maybe you're in a position as an employee or even a payroll processor or a professional or even an HR professional. You might be in a position where you might be being bullied or even targeted by someone in management. Like, and as even though we don't want those things to be true, some of those things are still unfortunately happening in this day.
Yep.
So like for me, those are some of the things that stuck out about season 4 of It's About Your Paycheck. And for It's About Payroll, it's we touched on the different states. I like how we introduced that, and we're starting to get more detailed about different things and focusing. Okay, instead of just covering the states in one general blanket, we're actually gonna, we started breaking those things out. So I'm enjoying that because it's refreshing some things that I already knew, but I find myself learning little nuggets here and there about different things. So that for me is what stuck out so far in these 2 seasons.
So for It's About Your Paycheck, it's like the opposite for me. For It's About Your Paycheck, I like that we're drilling in to the little things that employees should be learning on the state levels, arming them with information. The one that sticks out for me is like how we did New York retail workers. They're limited into the hour. What do they call it? Clopening, where if you close late at night and open early in the morning, there's a limit to how many hours that gap can be, how short that gap can be.
Yeah.
So it can't be too short, because if you close really late and open, I remember I had friends in retail, and I think it was retail, and there was another one for fast food as well. And I'm trying to be like, wait, point folks back to that episode, but it's in season 4. It's in there, and I think it was. Oh man, I don't have episode there, but for New York, anywho, little things like that, and I feel like I'm sure people abuse that, and folks are getting taken advantage of, and it's know your rights as an employee in different industries. Keep in mind, in New York and California are 2 of the most employee-centric states.
Yeah.
So you need to really know your rights in New York and California, because they could be doing stuff that is not even legal.
Yeah. The title of the episode was "I Work in New York. What Should I Know?" I think that's the episode.
There we go.
Yeah,
yes, I see. Yep. So I like that we started to, like you said, just drill down, because it's so much. And as payroll professionals, we're used to covering lengthy topics and dense things. And it's, wait a minute, as an employee, I don't want to hear all this. Like, I got attention for 5 minutes on something good, if that, right?
Yeah. That's one of the key points that you made when we started this podcast for IAYP, right? It's about your paycheck. It's like you wanted it to be digestible.
Yes.
You didn't want somebody to be talking at you for an hour.
Oh my, even a half hour. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like, because I am a consumer of podcasts. I love podcasts. But for news and learning, I have a little less bandwidth for, like, a lot less tolerance, actually. So, because I love, and the news, they do it right. They do Wall Street Journal, Fox News, ABC News, all these different news outlets. They do it right. 30 seconds, 1 minute. Fast Company has another one too. It's a minute or 2, 5 minutes at most. And that's it. Cause that's all I have the capacity for, because I'm working. I'm usually listening to this stuff while I'm working. And sometimes I can't even listen to it while I'm working, because I need to think, and the good nuggets catch my attention, and it distracts me from work. And I'm like, wait a minute, I got to switch to music, because you can't get into that flow rate when you're trying to learn 2 things. No, I need to focus on work. So I love the little nuggets, the short, quick bites, as opposed to Drink Champs, where it's entertaining and maybe under 2-3 hours, and it takes me days to listen to it, but
Yeah.
I'm entertained. That's a whole nother experience.
You're laughing. It's touching all the senses, right? It's
All
touching.
the senses.
And they may say something that pisses you off. They may say something that makes you sad, or something that
Yes.
you can relate to, or something that makes you happy. It can
Yep.
touch all the different senses, and
Yep.
that's what we're trying to get to when it comes to It's About Your Paycheck.
Yeah, we just want to give you those short bursts of good info. And of course, you can stay along for the ride. And we've shortened our episodes, as you'll notice going forward, folks. We went from an hour and change, somewhere between 45 minutes and an hour and a half, as some of them. Now we are committed to doing 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we got to cut this short. We got, no, but we're almost done. What was you gonna say?
No, you're absolutely right. And that was before. I was just going to say a little thing about how that was after the editing.
Oh my gosh, yes.
After the editing.
Word. That, mind you, that's after cutting it down.
Yeah.
And we would cut at least 15, 20 minutes off of every episode. But we've also gotten better. So it's crazy, right? Because we've also gotten more efficient, more effective. Like, we don't go on tangents. Now that I think the 30-minute limit, that's what we put ourselves in, give or take 5 minutes, folks.
Yeah.
But the 30-minute limit has made us more efficient at we're watching the time, we're on topic, we're on subject. So we promise to deliver that. I love that part, the evolution.
Being more intentional.
Yes, being more intentional.
Yeah.
This is 2 years in the making for us, and it's all been amazing things. That's all. It's about your paycheck. So now it's about payroll. I love that we started off season 10 doing a swap cast with Pete and Julie from Payroll and HR 2.0. They're so cool, man. I think we gotta do that again with them. And now that we're label mates, we're network mates with Pete and Julie. Shout out to Work Defined. We have joined a podcast network that the Payroll and HR 2.0 show is on. And there are a few other shows. So listen out. You're going to start to hear promos in our shows of the other shows on our network. And I'm so excited to work with these guys, man, and work with the network. It's been really, it's an honor to just be considered for these things. And so that was huge in this season to join the network. Shout out to Work Defined. And IAP continues to go along, man. We get amazing support from our payroll colleagues. Shout out to all the payrollers out there.
Shout out to our guests too. We had some amazing guests. Tiffany Gray.
Yes. How
Russell
can I?
Webb.
Yes.
Keenan.
Yes. Oh man.
Francis, right?
Yes. Britney Furr. Oh no.
Yeah.
Britney Furr has been on. We were supposed to do. We recorded an episode.
Yeah.
But the sound quality was horrible. Now I'm bugging her to try to get back on.
Yeah.
Because we still got to make up that episode, Britney.
So, you're listening.
Yup. We're waiting for you, but she's busy. Shout out to Britney, because she is also a creator in the payroll space. She's an amazing creative person in the payroll space. I love what she's bringing to the table. Just a single force to be reckoned with out there doing her thing. And go check her out, Britney Furr, out on LinkedIn. She's building her audience. Matter of fact, she blessed me with this poster right here for National Payroll Week. I have a payday T-shirt that I got from her. Like, I rocked it during National Payroll. I wear it on the weekends a lot, and I just so it's always dirty during the week because I be wearing it on the weekends. I gotta keep it for the Monday nights.
Yeah. Okay, man. Yeah, it was a good season.
Season.
And before we move to our next question here,
oh damn, we got another question.
We did it was National Payroll Week during season 10, and we did those little segments, those little information bites that we put out. That was really exciting.
Yes,
good. I enjoyed doing that.
Every day, me and Walt alternated. We dropped just a little info, just a little something. just to do
Would.
something more for National Payroll Week.
Yeah.
Getting some more content out there. Go check my boy Wall out on TikTok. Wall is building such an incredible presence out on TikTok. He's almost at 1,000. Please help us get to 1,000.
Yeah.
Walter, do you know your @thing on
Payroll
TikTok?
Ninja.
Payroll Ninja
Yeah.
on TikTok. When we get to 1,000, we're going to go live.
Yeah,
It's going to
we'll
take
go
the show
live.
live. So
A lot of my
help
posts
people.
are just about positivity, about food for stuff like that.
Yes.
You know, things to keep in mind just in your professional, your personal life and stuff like that.
Oh
So,
yeah, I think it's I think it's a good life lessons. Walt just dropping
yeah.
nuggets on life. Something that I had encouraged him about for a long time because he's a thoughtful person, always giving grace. Like I was like, bro, you need to do something with that, and he did,
Mhm.
and it's building on TikTok. We're almost at 1,000 over there, so please go support Payroll Ninja on TikTok. Get him to 1,000 so we could go live.
Yeah, go live.
Let's move to the next question. What can listeners expect from upcoming season? A more efficient, effective show,
Mhm.
right? Again, dropping down to 30 minutes,
More
we're on
intentional.
work defined, being more intentional, and really we are going to continue to focus in on the states. What as far as Paycheck is concerned, and I love we talk about it offline a lot. I
Mhm.
love gearing the show to the employees because it's two for the price of one for
Mhm.
payrollers,
Yeah.
right? Anything we talk about on a paycheck impacts a payroller. So they already know, right? Like we're talking about a Texas or California or a New York legislate compliance or whatever it is. They already know, oh, wait a minute, what? That's true? Oh, hold on now.
Yep.
They
Yep.
can do audits and do things and catch that in their systems and they got the data. They could look for it in their data to see if it's happening. And so it's two for the price of one for It's About Your Paycheck. And then we will still continue to do It's About Payroll. What we tried to do in 10 and these past two seasons is we wanted to do one show and broadcast it on both networks, on both channels, right? Both shows. It was an experiment. It works sometimes, but it doesn't work every time. So now that we are on work defined and continue to build these platforms and these shows, we're going to be intentional about making sure that we give It's About Your Paycheck, it's due respect. It's About Payroll, it's a respect. So we're still going to develop the things about like when a topic doesn't serve both audiences, then
Yeah.
it's going to be two different shows. If it does serve both audiences, then it'll be one show. They probably won't notice too much. But it's about the payrollers might go over to the other one and be like, oh, I just heard this over there. I'll wait to the next one. So something to think about. We're going to be more intentional about those things and just servicing both audiences.
He was,
What do you think? What do you think?
man, you can drop the mic on that. Everything you
Yeah.
said, I think that's exactly where I was going with it. And
Okay.
we're just going to keep learning, keep growing, and keep going.
Keep going. Word up. More guests. Keep getting more. Ooh, I do want to do what I have been doing is reaching out to other creators on
Yeah.
TikTok and Instagram to come on the show and share with us. You know
Nice.
what I mean? I don't know if you've seen Veronica. She does a lot of HR stuff on TikTok and Instagram.
Mhm.
I would love to the thing is these really popular creators probably get so much
It gets flooded.
inboxes. They get flooded with, so it's hard to get them to give us attention. And there's another one I just found, Coupon Queen in Orlando. No, I sent it to you.
Yeah, you did.
Breaking it down, bro, saving money. It's showing you how to go to Publix
That can
and
be for the
people can,
employees now. Yep.
yeah, it's just for the employees. Exactly. Both of them really. I see Veronica could be for both audiences.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, Coupon Queen is geared definitely at It's About Your Paycheck. How do you leverage that money? How do you stretch a dollar?
Yep.
And I'm trying to get folks like that onto the show for the employees, for It's About Your Paycheck, so we could learn. Folks can learn how to, oh man, I didn't even think about it. Because the Coupon Queen, I hope this goes viral and gets her attention because she does Publix. I think she does a ton of other things too, but the ones I catch are Publix. Like people complain that Publix is expensive,
Yeah.
but she debunks that. She's like, get the app, get the flyers,
Yes, bro.
get manufacturers
Yes.
coupons, and you get a
Yes.
lot of coupons and you save money that way.
Yeah.
I saw her link tree. She has a ton of other things that she's doing. So I would love for her
Well,
to
man,
come on
that'd be exciting.
and teach us. Yeah. So I don't know how to get at these creators, folks. If y'all know how to get at these creators somehow in a more effective manner, please let us know.
You can DM them. You can tag them.
This one, I can't DM her. She doesn't take DMs on TikTok.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
on Instagram. Maybe I could switch to Instagram, but I tried it. But so yeah, I was like, oh man, she didn't even take DMs.
Yeah, maybe mention her like or something like that or whatever.
I dropped it in the comments, but of course she's popular, so she gets thousands of comments.
Flooded with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
More things like that. More payroll professionals on, and yeah, good guests, good content, continuing on, building on network, work defined will bring new horizons and new milestones that we'll hit. Yeah, man, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited.
Me too, man. All right.
What's our safe?
That's great stuff. So this is more so like employee-centric
Good
or whatever.
one.
But I feel like as payroll pros, as employees, because we still are employees.
We are employees.
You
No,
know,
this is an employee thing.
so-
Yeah, it works both.
For you, Brian, and those of you who are listening, I want you to think about this question too. So anytime we ask each other these questions, I want you to think about it as well for yourself as the employee or the professional listening to this, right? Do you feel that venting about work to your coworkers is more beneficial or harmful?
Period. Beneficial, harmful for ourselves and our.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a tough one, man.
I'll go because I have my
Go
my
ahead. Go
like,
for it.
So for me, and I don't like to be in the gray area, but for me, I think it depends. It depends on who you're venting to. It depends on the nature of your relationship with that person at work, right? And like you said, something you always say, this squeaky wheel gets the oil, right?
Yeah.
And if you're venting to the right person, it could eventually be beneficial for you. If you vent to the wrong person, there's some people out there who are playing the game. They'll take that information and either they'll spread that information or they'll judge you or both. I think that, in my honest opinion, I think that it honestly depends.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I think that you should only do it, and I think this is more of I think this is a good rule of thumb for life, not only work or whatever. Don't vent. Don't say things behind somebody's back that you can't say to them to their face. That's how I operate. If it's people driven, there could be some things that nobody even has control over. I got to vent around about the storm, and oh my gosh, we got to work through the storm. I was just at a store and I was like, you guys closing for? And they're like, no, we're essential. We got to stay open. I was like, oh damn. Yeah. So I was like, oh, so that has no people impact. There's just company policy. Like, what are you gonna do? Beyond if you're venting and there's people involved in that vent, I think. But again, like I always there's a phrase that I heard that really helped me understand is, don't tell me what or something like, don't tell me what somebody told about me. Like,
don't tell me.
Why did they tell you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Something like that. I'm not saying it, but there's something like that. Wait a minute.
Here it goes. Don't tell me what people said about me. Tell me why they were so comfortable telling you.
There you go. Thank you. Maybe you cut that. You found that quick. So that's what I think. So I just operate in a manner where I'm not going to say it to anybody unless I'm willing to say it in front of whoever I'm talking about, or if it impacts that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's people centric.
I think it's a good rule of thumb, because if you may actually be having an issue, a legitimate issue with a
Mm.
person.
Yep.
I think you need to identify if it's a people, or if it's a person problem, or if it's a policy or process problem, like you
Right.
were speaking to, right?
Right.
Find out which P it is, people,
Right.
process,
Yeah. Yeah.
policy, find
It,
out which one it
yeah.
is, right?
The 3 Ps.
Yeah.
Like Joe, our old boss and mentor, Joe O'Connell used to say, it's 3 Ps. He said doing business, period, is 3 Ps. People, what is it? People, policy? No, people, process. What did you just say?
People, I said people, process, or policy.
There you go. Yep. So, so yeah. But again, yeah, so whether it's beneficial, what is good or bad, I'm not going to say it unless I'm willing to say it to your face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to talk behind nobody's back.
And look, sometimes you venting may be I always say, the first domino.
Yep.
That is the first to
Yep.
fall in that chain of change, right?
It's true.
So
No doubt.
even if it's harmful to you, there, and people say, "Oh, you're an ass, you're an asshole,"
Mhm.
right? But because you said something, may have challenged the way people think and do things there. That's why I say it depends, bro. But look, some of you might be like, they don't vent at all. Some of you might be like, yeah, I'm
Not at work. Yeah, no, it's people vent. I think that's crazy to say, to hear you don't vent at all.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. Maybe you don't vent at work and maybe you're very specific, or maybe, some
Yeah.
people just kind of, I think people have to let it out and blow off steam is the
Have
phrase,
outlet.
right?
Yep.
Have some type of outlet. If I'm being vulnerable, I had taken a mental health test recently, and I guess it checked for depression for one of them, was one of the things. And my doctor came back and was like, you're either lying, or that was the only conclusion she had. She's like, you're not taking this serious. She got mad. She was like, you're not taking this seriously. You're lying. Because my score was 0 for depression. And she said, everybody has a score. There's even the most healthiest person has a score. It was depression, and so I think it was like worrying or something like that.
Yeah.
I forget the other category. And I came up 0 on both. She's like, you're not being honest. And so I'm working through those things, because I think what it really leads to is detachment. Like if something gets too stressful, I may detach and disconnect
Mm-hmm.
and not be dealing with it, and not venting properly, and not talking through the things properly, and dealing with things properly. I don't know how I got there, but just sharing, folks, because it's.
Thank you for that. Because there's somebody that's listening to this episode right now that is going to strike a chord in them.
I hope so.
And I thank you for expressing that and sharing that with us and the payroll community, man, because we need more transparency. That was one of the things that Keenan spoke about.
I was just going to shout Keenan out. Yep.
Right.
Exactly right. I was just going to shout Keenan out, because ever since I talked to Keenan last year, I was on his show, and then we had Keenan on this show. Just an amazing dude, pushing wellness and positivity, and his company is great. And Francis is the name of his company, and go check him out. And yeah, again, I don't know what got me there, but being honest, venting, blowing off steam, like, you need outlet. People need outlets. I think maybe that was the thread.
Yep.
But yeah, just being honest about things.
Sir,
I think that's it, man.
Thank
But
you.
yeah, is it harmful or hurtful? I think you need to. I think you need to be honest at the end of the day, and I think that whatever you say, you got to be willing to say it if it's a person on the other end of it that you're talking about. So you got to be able to. If you can't,
Really?
don't say it then. Don't bring it up.
Yep. All
Yeah,
right.
That's it, man. That's it. So yeah, look out, folks. We're gonna keep on rolling here, and we'll be starting up the next season next week. You'll hear season 11 and 5,
Yeah.
respectively, and
It's a payroll true crime.
Oh, yes,
True
let's do true crime.
stories.
Yes, there's a Wendy's story
Yeah.
that I want to talk about. I think Britney first sent it to us,
Yes,
right?
she did. Yep.
Britney, we doing that one. You should come on and do it with us. I know
big time.
you big time. You big timing us now. You done got big on us now, so you big timing us. You busy, but no, she's a mom as well. She's a wife. We just busting your chops, but she'll definitely come back on. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, I like the Wendy story. I think it's great. Both sides, you know, a great employee. There's an employee thing to learn on that as an employee. And of course, payroll side, there's always some, again, anything that deals with paycheck and employee is going to have some learning bites for payroll people.
Yep.
That'll be a cool show on both platforms. And that's it, man. That's it.
That's it, everybody.
We love you. Peace.
Before we sign off, here are a couple quick things. Don't forget to follow It's About Payroll on LinkedIn and It's About Your Paycheck on Facebook and TikTok.
Thank you for being part of our payroll community, and thank you for being a part of this journey with us. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, keep going.